All right. Hello, everyone. It is Tuesday afternoon here in the US. And today's class, the topic is Detox Your Life. We're going to say goodbye to those toxins and hello to nature. Now, I just want to introduce ourselves, who's going to be teaching class today. And I'm excited to be teaching. I always love to teach with Manisha, but we're both really happy to be here with you today. And a little bit about your oil essential specialist. Manisha, she lives in California with her husband and her youngest son. She's got two boys in college. I think one is in New York and one in California, right? Manisha, is that correct?
Exactly. Yeah.
All right. And she has lived across the globe, so had a very global life and a lot of experience with cultures. And something else that I want to tell you guys, she has the most adorable boxer. His name is Ramsey. I love him. I met him whenever I met Manisha my first time going to Shanghai. So he is so cute. If you follow her on Instagram, you'll see him appear there on Instagram and Facebook. But one of the reasons why I love teaching with Manisha is she is a life and health coach. So she has a lot of experience to share with us. So, and a lot of real life experience, like I just shared with you guys with her living abroad. A little bit about myself. I'm Michelle Vines. I live here right now in Mississippi with my in-laws and my youngest son, Grayson. He is in kindergarten. And we are here right now temporarily until we can get back to Vietnam. So my husband is in Vietnam, and then our oldest is in college in Florida. So I am a certified integrative nutrition health coach. And I'm very passionate about sharing with everybody about how to get these toxins out of their homes for so many reasons. But I'll tell you, I was first introduced to Doterra through a friend because my oldest had a sunburn. And he was like, I've been to the chiropractor and I got this peppermint oil. And I was reading the other day that this peppermint oil is really good for sunburns. So he ran out to his car. We were in Florida just having vacation. He ran out to his car and we had some coconut oil that we were cooking with. So we used the coconut oil and the peppermint oil on my son at night before he went to bed. And when he woke up the next day, that burn and sting from we've got somebody joining the class here, that burn and sting from the sunburn had gone away from the peppermint oil. So that was a pretty wow experience. But for me, it took a few years before I really knew the power of essential oils and the difference with the purity of essential oils when I was living in Shenzhen, China. So my friend Victoria, she introduced me to doTERRA. And from then, when we used it for some respiratory issues and some other health issues that we were having, and we saw that there was a huge transformation in our home, we switched to a more toxin-free lifestyle, healthy lifestyle. So that is one of the reasons why I love sharing this class today with you guys. But Manisha, would you mind sharing with everybody how you were introduced to doTERRA?
Thanks, Michelle. I'd love to. And I love to hear your stories about using the oils on your boys. Michelle's boys are her best subjects, and they are so willing to just really embrace the oils. And I love to hear how they're working for them. So thanks for sharing. I was introduced to oils by a dear friend, Nicole, when I was living in Shanghai. And, I learned from her that doTERRA oils could really replace all those store-bought toxic and synthetic medicines and cleaners. I also learned that the oils could support anxious feelings. And that was so important to me because I had just left my son, my firstborn, in his first year of college, living back in the US while I moved to Shanghai. So the stress and uneasiness I felt was adding up. And to be honest, I really didn't realize it. But once I started using the oils, from my first drops of frankincense to incorporating more and more, I just felt that weight lift off of me. And I was able to cope with our family being separated across these oceans. So, within days, I was sharing the power of essential oils with friends. And within a month, I decided to partner doTERRA with my health coaching practice. And it really was the best decision I ever made because then I was in a position to impact so many with holistic wellness. And so I'm excited to be here with you all today. And I just love co-teaching with Michelle. We've done a lot of co-teaching together, and just love to impact you all with what we have to share. So again, we're glad that you've taken the time to join us today. Whether you're watching live with us or you are watching the recording, the goal of our class is to empower you on your own wellness journey. So we'll have done our job today if you leave this class learning where toxins live, why we want to avoid them, and really how to detox your life by using the power of essential oil. So, am I on the right screen? Sorry.
You are.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were right.
The computer good. Okay. So we're exposed to countless toxins every day, right? From the sources we may not even be aware of. Every breath, every bite, every minute under the sun, they all introduce us to substances and chemicals, natural or synthetic, that can negatively impact our health. So a toxin is any substance that places an undue stress on the body. So we just think about that for a second, right? Stress on the body. Toxic load is the sum of these substances. So they accumulate within your body and then they burden your vital organs. And this can happen ongoing if you don't take care of that toxic load. So that's why we want to really reduce the stress on the body, and that's reducing our toxic load.
All right, you guys. So what are the possible consequences of a toxic load that's too heavy? Now, toxins, they can cause imbalances, they lead to negative effects on wellness, and they influence your daily and long-term health. So knowing this, why would we allow toxins in our lives? Why would we use products that might harm us? Well, we don't mean to, of course, but toxins are hidden in everyday world, like everything around us, right? So according to the National Resources Defense Council in the United States, there are more than 80,000 chemicals on the market, and most of them, they're understudied or largely unregulated. And of the approximately 3,000 high volume chemicals that are used in excess of 1,000,000 pounds per year, only 7% have been tested for safety. So many of the products that are on the market, that we keep in our home, we're marketed so that they're smelling fresh, and they actually spread synthetic chemicals into the air that you breathe. Now, children are especially vulnerable to the environmental toxins, as their toxic load can accumulate far more rapidly than adults. And there also are pets. We have to consider our furry friends. They breathe these in too. They walk on those when we mop the floors too, with the pads of their feet. So I just want to share with you guys a few examples of products that we use in our homes unknowingly that they are just full of toxins, and it's not good for our family's health. So I grew up thinking that Johnson and Johnson was a really good product for our babies and our children, and that they were safe because that's how they're marketed. It's the best products for our littles, right? But when I had my youngest, we were living in Suzhou, China at the time, and it was cold. And so I needed to put like a barrier on his skin whenever we went out so that his skin wasn't chapping. So I used the Johnson and Johnson, like the most mildest cream that they had on the market there, and he got a chemical burn. And that was because I lathered him from head to toe. He was he was 4 months old when we moved over there. So I had lathered him from head to toe, and from head to toe, he had a chemical burn. Now, I felt really horrible about that, but I didn't know any better. That was how it was marketed, right? So it has the chemicals and those fragrances in those creams that are just so toxic. Another thing that he experienced, the poor little guy, I want to say after 6 months old, we were just dealing with a lot of congestion and respiratory issues with him. And I was taking him to the doctor so often. And I was recommended to give him a warm bath with just a couple of drops of tea tree oil. Well, I had bought some tea tree oil from Whole Foods, and I thought that's super safe. That's one of my favorite places to shop. And I didn't have anybody to talk to whenever I bought it. I just purchased it. It was, supposedly 100% pure essential oil. Well, I put one drop in his warm bath, and that chemical burn that he got from the Johnson and Johnson cream, I saw it come back. So, I had to, we had to learn this the hard way. And as a parent, you can imagine that was terrible, a terrible feeling for your little one to have to go through that. So at that time, I really had no clue about the importance of purity with essential oils. Now, another product that I want to share with you guys that's really highly toxic is the dryer sheets that you're using in your laundry. They're full of harmful chemicals that just are really not good for our respiratory systems. So now, instead of using those dryer sheets, we have switched to wool dryer balls. They're super simple. I'm not wasting those products and throwing that in the garbage. I'm using those wool dryer balls every time with just a couple of drops of my favorite essential oil. A lot of the times we use lavender, or we'll use Purify because I'm living with, boys. So many of my family and friends, they have fur babies. My mother-in-law, she's got these two wonderful Shih Tzus here that we have. And if you think about it, like I mentioned earlier, whenever you're mopping the floors with the Mr. Clean, I can't remember what the names of the brands are. You're getting all those toxins into their little paws and even the bottoms of your feet. Those pores are the most, that's the most porous part of our body. So you're walking and you're absorbing those toxins, and our fur babies are as well. Another thing to think about, as you can see in our slide, is the plugins. They're terrible, you guys. They're just full of, those chemicals that we were talking about earlier. And now, instead of using those chemicals and those plugins to help create that mood in the home that we want to have, we're just diffusing our favorite essential oils. And we're reaping the benefits of those oils in so many different ways. So those are just some examples that I want to share with you guys.
Okay, so here's the thing. If your toxic load becomes too heavy for your body, things can go downhill fast, and especially because your body becomes less efficient at managing toxins as your toxic load increases. So just when you need your body to be functioning at its best, it's hindered and it's slowed down, and that can really lead to serious side effects. So the good news is that you can control what you bring into your own home. And the goal is really to minimize the exposure to toxins you have control over, making your toxic load lighter. So you can't control every toxin you come in contact with, but you do get to choose what comes into your home. When I first realized how many products in my home might have been contributing to the toxic load of me and my family, I was completely overwhelmed. And so I will say that the key is to start simple and just take it one step at a time. There are many things you can do to reduce toxic load of your home and of your personal care. So when I talk about personal care, I think of natural deodorants without potentially harmful ingredients like aluminum, parabens, phthalates, and talc. I'm thinking of toothpaste without fluoride. And the list just goes on into our shampoos, into our skincare products. Our skin is our largest organ, and everything we put onto our body gets absorbed by our body. And that contributes to the toxic load. So if you can control that, you can really control what the toxins that you're taking in. Using these personal care products, natural products, gives our body the toxic break we need. And that's really going to make us feel so much healthier. And these products are infused with things like certified, pure, tested grade oils. And these are going to work for our body, not against it. So when one of the simplest first steps to reducing the toxic load in your home is really by taking a look at what you put into the air you breathe. Now, we all want our homes to smell welcoming, and most of us have odors around the house we're trying to deal with, right? Anyone with kids or pets, anyone who cooks, you know what I'm talking about. Whether you're trying to set the mood for a gathering with friends or trying to erase that lingering scent of what was for dinner last night, you might be used to lighting a candle or plugging in an air freshener. And we just learned about how those air fresheners affect our body. These products actually release synthetic chemicals into the air. So by saying goodbye to the synthetic fragrances of candles, air fresheners, and room sprays, this doesn't mean your home can't smell amazing or even better. You can actually freshen the air in your home naturally with the powerful aromas of pure essential oils. While I was living in Shanghai, that was, well, living in Shanghai itself was an amazing experience. The air quality definitely was not. We used plants to purify the air. We used air purifiers to purify the air. And then we also used our diffuser with essential oils to purify the air. We were taking a natural approach to uplevel the quality of our home. And this made such a huge impact on our bodies and minds. We were really able to take control and breathe healthy air in the comfort of the indoors. And that leads me into talking about the purity of an essential oil. So, the purity of an essential oil, as its most important characteristic, as that affects the safety, effectiveness, and potency. Unfortunately, the essential oil industry is littered with adulteration. So little regulation of the market exists. And as the demand for essential oils continues to grow, so does the adulteration and the contamination of products. So let's talk about adulteration. This usually stems from brokers. Pure essential oils are costly to produce, and unscrupulous suppliers may try to lower the cost of their products by adding other substances. That's adulteration. Often, a company may not even know that the essential oils they sell are adulterated. They buy from a broker they trust, not realizing that they're being duped because they may not have the resources or expertise to test for the most sophisticated kinds of adulteration. So, really, they unknowingly advertise their products as pure when in fact that just isn't the case. So, this leads me to talk to you specifically about doTERRA essential oils. So first, doTERRA oils are pure, natural, and safe. Nothing added, nothing taken away from these fantastic plant extracts. And because of their purity, they have profound benefits. This makes them safe for everyone to use: babies, children, adults, and the elderly. Second, doTERRA essential oils are effective. One example is their capacity to help our bodies combat threats. So they have a remarkable way of hanging out both outside and inside our cells. And one of the greatest gifts of essential oils is their molecular size and makeup. This allows them to pass through cell membranes to get to work quickly. And also, the chemistry of essential oils is very complex, so threats can't build up resistance to the vast number of chemical compounds they contain. So that's pretty amazing. And third, essential oils are potent. And we're talking about doTERRA essential oils. It takes an enormous amount of plant material to make one bottle of pure essential oil. Oils are super concentrated and affordable. So, for example, it takes about 7 pounds of peppermint leaves to make a 15 ml bottle of peppermint. So, think about how much plant material is then needed to make just one drop. And it's so potent. So, 28 cups of peppermint tea can be made, is the equivalent to one drop of peppermint. You only need to use a little to get the job done. So this makes essential oils super affordable, only really pennies per dose. One drop of peppermint is about 7 cents. And in our home, we can't afford not to use our natural solutions.
I agree with you on that one, Manisha. So we're going to talk about now the 3 ways to use essential oils. And I discussed with you guys a little bit earlier about diffusing. So you can totally just take the bottle and smell the oil from the bottle, or you can take the oil and just drop a drop in your hands and just cup that over your nose and mouth. You're always going to want to be careful for your eyes. People have heard me say I just run it through my hair and use my hair as a diffuser, a natural diffuser. But these diffusers are awesome too to use anywhere in your home to create that mood that you want. And then the second way to use is topically. And we like to use the fractionated coconut oil for diluting the essential oils. And it's not going to take away from the effectiveness of the oil. It's just going to help to drive that into your skin. So this is a great way to use is the fractionated coconut oil. And you guys, I brought this out because I just love the doTERRA hand and body lotion. It's unscented, no fragrance. And you can just add whichever essential oil that you want to and apply that to your skin, and you'll see it's just smooth and you smell good too. And then the third way to use is internally, and you can drink it in your water. You can take it in a veggie capsule and kind of make your own concoction for whatever your needs are. And you can also just drop a drop underneath the tongue, underneath your tongue, and take it sublingually. So those are the 3 ways to use essential oils, doTERRAs. And then I get to talk to you guys about one of my favorite kits. This is the Aroma Essentials Kit. Now, not only is this kit perfect for toxin-free switch, of those toxic, plugins that we were talking about earlier and the candles, this is also really good for balancing your emotions. I brought the little Laluz, the diffuser out for you guys to see. I think you can see it there in the screen. But my husband, he is an engineer, you guys, and years ago he designed air purifiers. So in my home, I'm not allowed to burn candles. I wasn't allowed to burn them before doTERRA because he always was letting me know about the science behind, what happens whenever you burn the candles. You have a soot on the wall, and you could take just a cotton swab with a little bit of water and even wipe that off after you've been burning candles. You can see that. But if you think about what it's doing to your walls and your ceilings, what is it doing to your lungs, and your respiratory system? So that is why we choose to use the diffusers. And my husband, he takes the diffuser and uses it at work in his office. And I can tell you his coworkers come in sometimes and they'll grab his breathe oil and take it to their desk to put in their diffusers, because it helps, just with that healthy, especially with us being in China with the air, it helps just to purify the air, but also create that mood that you're wanting in your home or office. Okay, and now we're going to talk about what is in the kit. So you might want to take a screenshot here because you can see all the different oils there. And then later on, you can take a look at this and just help with memory, what we talked about today. But I like to diffuse wild orange and peppermint together whenever I need to focus on a project and get some work done around the house. I love balance because this is our centering and our grounding oil. And my friends that are into yoga and Pilates, they especially love this oil to start with their practice, their yoga practice. And while we're talking about grounding, Northern Escape, I've got that one here, you guys. I always get a lot of compliments whenever I'm diffusing this one because it smells like you are in the forest, like a really pleasant smell. It's just super grounding. And like I said, always get compliments on that blend. And then Cheer and Citrus Bloom. These are both great choices for just uplifting the mood. Marla's on the call. I just am always going to remember her telling us about how much her husband loves this fragrance in the hand lotion, or the essential oil in the hand lotion. He loves that scent. Breathe, it's a wonderful respiratory blend. This one is one that I can't go without. Every day we put this one in our night diffuser blend with Serenity, just to help open up those airways. And if you're feeling anxious whenever you're out and about during the day, the Breathe Touch is wonderful. Just roll on the insides of your arms and just take a few minutes to breathe. It helps to calm you down, but great for your airways. And it pairs really good with the Serenity or lavender at night for a good night's sleep. And then Adaptive, this one, we can't say enough about this emotional blend, because this one is really good to help calm you down. So if you had a crazy stressful day at the office, or you've been out and traveling and you've been in crazy traffic, I would recommend to take the Adaptive and diffuse that in your home. It helps to calm the mood, but also it's really good if you want to put some Epsom salt in your bath and put a drop or two of Adaptive, depending on how big your tub is, right? And just take a nice bath to just unwind from the day. So that's a great blend for that. And then Serenity, we diffuse this one at night. It's great for to help get that best night's sleep. And then On Guard, I think that's the last one in the kit here. That one I always describe to everyone. It's like a warm hug from grandma. It is our protective blend. If you've heard anything about doTERRA, you've most likely heard about On Guard, but we don't go home without that one in our bag. It's in our hand sanitizer. We use it to diffuse and clean the air, and especially in this current environment.
Thanks, Michelle. I just love that kit. I love that it came out this year. And in fact, I'm going to actually get to have the privilege of talking about another kit that came out this year. And I think doTERRA really knows what we need. So, because we are exposed to toxins and synthetics every day, we really want to lessen our exposure, right? And it is sometimes hard to know where to start because there are a lot of options when it comes to the doTERRA lifestyle. So this is our Cura collection that I get to talk about. Cura is a Latin word for care. So this really brings together some favorite natural alternatives that you don't have to guess or feel lost. And what I love about using a kit like this is that you have a full range right there at your fingertips in one go. So let's talk about what's in the Cura collection. And you're going to notice that we're going to get some things besides oils now that we're going to kind of touch into. With the Cura collection, you can replace synthetic solutions with effective natural alternatives. So again, a simple ditch and switch. So what comes in the Cura collection is the Deep Blue Soothing Blend. This offers that comforting relief to joints and muscles. The Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex. So these are the first supplements we're talking about in this class. These are our bioavailable supplements, which means that the body recognizes them and absorbs them well. So this is going to offer comforting relief to joints and muscles. Then we have our Correct X ointment. This helps to soothe the skin, enhances natural processes of skin rejuvenating after distress. So one way I love to use CorrectX is on my lips during the winter season. It's just so comforting, and it really helps the lips repair themselves. Then we have the Past Tense Tension Blend. This creates that soothing sensation. You're going to use it on the neck and shoulders for tension. So any kind of head tension or body tension. Then we have our frankincense. This is our king of oils and can do so much for us, really. It can soothe the skin topically. It also supports cells and other bodily systems when taken internally. And the way I love to use my frankincense is aromatically, and that really does bring down those anxious feelings and take a real load off the mind. Then we have our Digestin soft gels. Again, these are something you take internally. They're going to support occasional indigestion or stomach upset. We've got our Terrazyme, which is our digestive enzymes supporting the digestion naturally and effectively. Then we have something really different called our peppermint beadlets. These are these tiny little beads of oil, really, and they're going to promote oral and respiratory health. You just put them in your mouth and they kind of pop. My kids love using these. Then we have our Tamer Digestive Blend, which comes in a roller ball. This cools and soothes as part of like an abdominal massage, maybe after a meal. And it's really, really easy for the kids to use as well. Then we've got our Breathe Vapor Stick. Again, another great delivery system of our Breathe oil. This creates a cooling, comforting vapor. And as with all our Breathe, it promotes that feeling of clear, easy breathing, which is going to be so important as we go into the fall and winter seasons, or really anytime there's seasonal threats around. We have our On Guard Protecting Throat Drops. Again, another really great way to get on guard into your body. So this is going to support the immune system and soothe the throat. And these are just throat drops that you can, put into your mouth. So again, really easy to keep in your handbag and use while you're traveling as well. In this kit, you also get a 5 ml of lavender, which calms the skin, calms the nervous system, and really calms our mind when we use it aromatically. Lavender is really our Swiss Army knife of oils, so this is a great one to have in your kit. And then our last soft gels is our Serenity Restful Complex, and this one you take 20 minutes before you go to bed, and it promotes restful sleep. So as you can see with this Cura collection, you get a full range really of products to try from doTERRA, and all of these can replace the medicine cabinet you have in your home, and you can really use them on a daily basis for those things that come up unexpectedly.
All right, after we just discussed another favorite kit, the Cura kit, we are going to talk to you guys about the October specials, because it's a great time for new members to have the opportunity to enroll, because we have a few different options here. We have the new convention kit, which is the Evolve kit, and it has our brand new Abode home cleaning line in there. So I brought some of these out. No, I keep popping off the screen. But these glass bottles are just refillable that you don't have to do the DIY of making your own, products for your home that you're doing the home cleaning with. So that comes in with the kit. And then you'll see like we have these new pods with the dishwasher tablets and the laundry tablets, which I'm so happy to have those because especially living abroad, whenever I was taking the On Guard laundry detergent back and forth from Hong Kong to China, it's quite heavy, and these laundry pods are really easy. You can take them with you even if you're traveling in the US. But again, without all the toxins that you would have from those products that you're buying in the stores that you don't know, what those ingredients are in there. But the Evolve kit, it comes with all that you see in the on the slide there and some of the oils. It also comes with the deep blue stick. I don't have it here to show you guys, but the deep blue is amazing for that, like Manisha was sharing with you from the Curia collection. Deep blue is really good to help soothe those achy muscles. And we even saw deep blue star in, I think it was the New York Knicks basketball game here recently. They were using that on some of the players. But the Evolve kit is available for new members to join with, and you will get your membership free with the kit. Then if you purchase 200 points or more, you're going to get a free deep blue rub that I was just sharing with you guys about, and the Copipa soft gels. So those are both, Marla's saying she loves the deep blue, but both of those are really good for any kind of joint inflammation, pain that you're having. So these are two, really great products to have, but also they come free with your Cura collection whenever you purchase that kit, or the Evolve kit. And we have other kits that you can choose from. So you're just going to want to talk to whoever invited you to the class today, and they will share what your options are. They'll talk to you about what your top 3 health concerns are and what you're wanting to switch and ditch, and they will help you with making those choices. And then all month long in October, everyone has the option to get the 10% off the pink pepper. And then Manisha has changes to the Breathe Touch. Because you guys are here in this class today, we are a Silver Club class, and this is a Silver Club event. So you get the opportunity to get a free Breathe Touch with any 100-point, order that you place in any kit that you purchase this month. So that is something special for our new members. And then how can you get started? How can you get these oils? Well, first you're going to want to reach out to the person that invited you today, and they're going to share with you guys that we don't want anybody buying these oils retail, because retail is the most expensive way to purchase. And the only time that you would be purchasing retail is like when I was shared with you earlier that my friend had purchased his at the chiropractor, so he paid full price. But you want to get that wholesale membership. It's $35. It's like having a Costco or a Sam's Club membership, and you'll get all of your products for 25% off. And let's see, what are the benefits of a wholesale membership? Then you're going to get the 25% discount. You'll get an additional 10 to 30% back in free product credits. It's if you opt into our loyalty rewards program, which is amazing. And then you get free shipping, and you're reimbursed through free products for that. And if you want to get your wholesale membership, like I said, you can start with one of the starter kits that we shared with you earlier, or some of the other starter kit options. And whenever you start with that, you're starting below the wholesale price, and then you get your membership for free. And then what you can expect from us, your wellness advocates, is we will, help you with getting a welcome packet. We'll sit down with you. If we can't do it in person, we'll do it over Zoom or FaceTime, find a way to do a personal consultation with you for free. You'll have access to our VIP education groups. A lot of us have like Facebook groups or Instagram groups. There's many different social platforms, but we will get you connected into our groups. And you'll love the community. The Team Oil community is amazing. You have a wealth of information that you'll get from, people all over the world whenever you ask any questions and need support. And you'll have ongoing support from your wellness advocate, which is important because, like I told you guys earlier, when I purchased oils off the shelf at the Whole Foods, there wasn't anybody to talk to about the oils. The ones, that are working there, they don't know a lot about what's on the shelf there.
Okay, so we are just so glad that you showed up, and this is really the first step in getting your natural support wellness lifestyle started. So when we teach our classes, we find that there are three types of people that we serve in our community. The first type of person is excited to live a natural lifestyle. So when they learn about the power of essential oils, they can't wait to share the products with their family. And doTERRA supports this type of person by providing free essential oil education and a generous, loyal customer reward program. The second type of person is sitting here thinking, oh, my mother needs these oils, or I want my friend to learn about this. These people naturally want to share what they love, and doTERRA supports this type of person by rewarding those who share the products. So as these people share over time, they can earn enough to pay for the oils they purchase each month. There are millions of people all over the world who are currently receiving essential oils this way from doTERRA. We call this free natural healthcare. The third type of person has been listening to Michelle and I and thinking, that's what I want to do. I want to change people's lives by educating them about the power of essential oils. So doTERRA rewards this type of person through an incredibly generous compensation plan. And as these people educate others about the power of essential oils, they can earn enough to supplement their income and experience more control over their time and finances. If you are the second or third type of person, please come talk to us and talk to the person who invited you into this class, and we will help you get started. It's one of those things that when you say yes, you can really take any route you want to take within the doTERRA lifestyle. So let's talk about the joy. Let's talk about joy. Let's talk about the joy of sharing oils. So when you experience something wonderful that makes a difference in your life, you naturally want to share it with those you care about. So, and that's exactly why Michelle and I are here. The oils, the products, the doTERRA lifestyle have made a difference in our lives. So I just want to tell you a little bit about why we share. We share for a few reasons, right? We share to empower others. We love to host classes, introduce our friends and family to the doTERRA products and help people find natural solutions. You can also share to earn rewards. So you can earn free products or commissions as, people that you share with get more into the lifestyle. And we will help you do this. You can also create your income. So create an income and build a financial pipeline as you change lives by sharing doTERRA products and its business opportunity. So, the essential oils and the business opportunity have truly changed my family's life, and we hope to have you along the journey with us. So, thanks so much, Michelle, for co teaching with me today. I love that we're impacting others with the precious gifts of doTERRA oils, and we really appreciate everybody showing up today in our Zoom room and spending the time with us to see to learn our passion and to see what we want to share out with the world. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Manisha. Does anybody have any questions? Like, have any questions or comments about the class?